Okay, now that I have your attention, welcome to your numerology life path reading for the month of October 2021. So I had to put that up there in a way that actually grabs people's attention, because so many people will literally just go through the intro, and it's really important that you understand the overall context of the month. So that you can really factor in how this is actually going to affect your life path number. And more importantly, the intro is there and it's the same for everybody. So if you're literally just skipping the first part where I start to speak, you're going to miss the message where I tell you that the intro is important because it provides a context. That being said, this month is a universal month 6, right? So for all of us, the universal energy that this month is governed by is the number 6. Now, 6 is in a lot of ways the number of home and hearth. It's the number of familial ties and responsibilities, but it's also more than that, right? So things that are really important for you to know for this month: educational pursuits this month are going to be highly favored, as will anything to do with that academic kind of sphere. Now, what's beautiful about this is this could be a really good month for you to dedicate yourself to some sort of educational program. Given the fact that we've got the Mercury retrograde taking place, this would also be a really good month for you to rededicate yourself to your studies. If there's something that you've been studying that you know you could pull your finger out on and you need to get back to, no matter how busy you are, if there's something that you need to pick your learning back up on or catch up on, this is the month to do it. This is the month to do that work, to get yourself back to where you need to be in your studies in some way, shape or form. So that being said, as I said, this is the number of the home and the hearth, right? So domestic life this month is going to take a huge upswing, whether this is clearing your gutters, mowing the lawns, chucking out the leaves, giving the house a new fresh coat of paint, all of the maintenance work. So not necessarily like the sexiest stuff in the world, but the stuff that really helps us take care of the things that we actually have is where you need to put your focus this month. Anything that you do in that regard will go a long way. So also community matters, right? So in a 6 month, the communities that you are tied to, whether those are digital communities, local communities or familial ties, this stuff really is going to come to the fore. It's going to be quite important for all of us in some way, shape or form. Given that 6 is that energy of maintenance, and it's also the energy of enhancing and balancing out the experience that we're having, this would be a really good month to check in with your tribes, to check in with your people, to make sure that you're giving enough to your familial, digital or local ties. This is a great month for you to maybe search out somebody in your community or find a group in your community that you want to belong to. If there's a new class that you want to take, if there's a group discussion that you want to join or something of that nature, this is a good month to do so. It would also be a really good month as well to use that Mars in Libra action orientated energy around relationships. If there's something of an active kind of energy that you really want to pursue or to help or to push forward, if there's something that you feel really viscerally connected to on a social level, this would be a really great month to get involved in that kind of thing. So I've also got here as well problem solving and solution finding. 6 energy is really great for this because it's very often like, when you're cleaning, when you're doing something monotonous and this amazing idea comes to you, or not even that, sometimes when you're in the most random place or you're having a shower or whatever, like the idea to something or the answer or the solution to something will come to you. This is why getting into those tasks this month can actually be really, really helpful in some way, shape or form. I don't know, for me personally, I always find that when I go about, like when I start cleaning or doing something, it's like, because this is kind of free, like this kind of has a moment to say, okay, we can focus on all of the other stuff, right? It's really interesting. So Balance in relationships. I find this really interesting because 6 energy is ruled by Venus. The sun is currently in Libra, as is Mars, right? So there's a lot of focus on those kinds of energies at this moment in time, which I find really, really interesting and really intriguing, because balance in relationships in a 6 month is going to be really, really important. Dedicating time to your relationships, dedicating time to their maintenance, to their upkeep. What does your partner want? What does your partner need? Are you giving enough to your relationship? Are you assisting your partner? Are they giving those things back to you? Are your relationships balanced? Are they fair? Are they equal? Are they where they need to be at this moment in time? All of this stuff could be highlighted for you. If you're not in a partnership, what about the relationship or the partnership with yourself? How is that at the moment? How is the self-talk? Is the self-talk good? Is the way that you treat yourself and nurture and nourish yourself in balance, or is it just work, work, work at the moment? These are all things that you can look at this month and actually make some real headway with. Home purchases. So anything that you need to buy for the home, anything that you want to or maybe even purchasing a home itself. This month, because that 6 energy is in the rule, this would be a great month to tap into that energy. Now, here's the way that this is going to work, because obviously we do have the Mercury retrograde, and yes, we've got a lot of planets going direct this month, but what we need to consider here is this. If you are not a Mercury retrograde native, if you weren't born with that happening in your chart, recycling old items of furniture, upcycling, redoing, re-sprucing, like all of that sort of stuff. Go into thrift stores, or we call them car boot sales here, right, or a yard sale or anything like that is highly favored. One, because you can get much better deals on anything that is secondhand during a Mercury retrograde, and 2, because anything that you upcycle or recycle in some way, shape or form, you have a chance to really get the most out of. That's one of the ways that you could really get a lot out of this particular Mercury retrograde, because it's happening in the sign of Libra. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say this would be a good time to purchase anything large and new. But if you were, excuse me, if you were born under a Mercury retrograde, free reign, right? You get to go nuts while the rest of us run around like headless chickens going, Mercury! You guys can sail through, right? So those rules don't really apply to you. And it's not to say that they always do when Mercury's not retrograde, because obviously it doesn't spend as much time retrograde as it does not retrograde, but it just means that you guys have the upper hand in this way. And I kind of find that interesting. It's almost like a cosmic gift or blessing. It's like, yeah, I'm going to give you guys an advantage here, whereas let's say somebody who has Jupiter in the 2nd house has the cosmic upper hand when it comes to making money. Or do you know what I mean? Like, there's loads of, we all get some form of a blessing, but those of you that were born under a Mercury retrograde, that is yours, right? Okay, so that being said, this is a really good time to redecorate. It's a really good time to clean your house, the autumn or the spring clean. If you didn't get around to it when the autumn equinox kicked in, this is a perfect month to do so, absolutely. And also, this energy is a great energy to make a house a home. All right, so whatever that means to you, whatever you could do or get ready or bring into the home, that's going to enhance the experience of the house or the place that you live in becoming your actual home, or at least feeling more like home for now. Whatever you put in place this month could go a long way to creating that energy for you. All right, so with that said, that is your intro and overview. Thank you for sticking with it, and I will see you for your life path reading. All right, take care, and I'll see you in a moment. Hello, you wonderful Life Path 5 person. Welcome to your October 2021 numerology. Let's get straight into it. So this month combines for you into an energy that is spiritual and dreamy and fun as well. It's also an energy that is really deeply connective between people. This month you may find, and so as a Life Path 5, You are naturally fun to be around. You like connecting with people. You've got a lot to say. You've got a lot to learn, a lot to listen to, and you love interaction. This month, that takes on a bit of a deeper feel, because although you're going to be wanting to connect to people like you usually do, it's more about the tribal kind of energy. You're wanting to connect to people on that kind of, on more of a soul level. Like, it's not just about making friends. It's not just about new people and all the rest of it like your number likes. It's about, do these people resonate with me at a spiritual level? Do these people resonate with me at a moral level? Do our beliefs match? Do our ideas and our ideals match? This month, this is going to be really important to you, because you're going to be deeply connected to how you feel about things, about people. It also suggests that this could be a very spiritual month for you as well, where you are delving into not only yourself, but also the world psyche in some way, shape or form. Numerology, tarot, astrology, the I Ching, psychism, mentalism, mediumship, Kabbalah, like all of those topics and everything else that I haven't got time to mention or can't remember off the top of my head. These things are highly favored this month. The more you can learn about yourself, the more you're going to be tapping into that age-old axiom, to know thyself is to know the universe, right? And it really is as simple as that. So this month, connect to all kinds of people, but find where the crossover between connecting with people for fun and connecting to people because they feel like tribe. You need to find the sweet spot between the two of those things. This is a month for you to really think deeply about how you can assist the collective, how you can find or become a part of groups that really are doing something advancing for the planet or for the people. And also, this is just a time to really find like minds and souls, and to ask some of the bigger questions of life. Now, if that sounds a bit too much and a bit too serious for you, remember it is only a monthly energy, but if you use this month to good effect, it will build you a solid foundation moving forward. So when it comes to love and relationships, for those of you that are partnered, this month you need that deep spiritual love. This month you need that, like, even if you don't necessarily look at your partner and think soulmate, because not a lot of people do, right? You know that you love your partner, you know that you're deeply connected to them, and you love them and you're attracted to them, but not everybody looks at their partner and thinks, this is my soulmate, this is my twin flame. It's more than that, but this month you want that spiritual love. Right, this one, sorry, I'm giving myself too many jokes this month. I'm so sorry. I will try to behave and stop being an idiot. But this month, you want that spiritual love. You need that connection with your partner that goes beyond what is normal, that goes into that spiritual realm where you feel each other, where you feel for each other, and that connection deepens. This is a month to really deepen the bond between you and your partner. There may be flashes of telepathy. There might be, in fact, with all of my partners previous, they've all said to me, like, you literally always message me when I'm thinking about you or when I'm about to call you or whatever. This month, this could be really, really heightened. Like, you could just know something wrong with my other half. They're having a bad day, or they're having a good day, or something awesome's about to happen. Like, literally, their ability to surprise you is going to be zilch this month. Right, so that could be really exciting in another way, but there is a sense that you're not only just in each other's minds, you're in each other's souls this month, which could be really, really great. The only thing that I will say is, if you're not usually this affectionate or want this much depth and connection, because you're all about freedom and liberation, maybe they might misinterpret that as, okay, is something wrong? Have I done something wrong? Are you planning to kill me? Do you know what I mean? So maybe sort of, ramp it up slowly but surely, rather than going from 0 to 100 miles an hour. For those of you that are single, again, getting out, connecting to groups, anything that you do in a group association this month could see you meeting somebody really special. And because you are exuding that more spiritual essence of yourself, you're likely to attract people that see that energy within you or are resonating to that frequency. So remember, obviously it is only a month's energy. So if this isn't you totally, and you attract somebody that is completely spiritual and totally that, unless you're willing to change into more of that aspect of yourself, don't portray something that you're not, is what I'm trying to say. All right, not that you're not spiritual, but you get my point. When it comes to money, finances and resources this month, you really don't have to do a lot to make money. You really don't have to work too hard either. Focus on delivering value, focus on doing the best that you can possibly do, or giving the most that you possibly can in whatever service you offer or job that you do. And the money will find you. This, because of the way this energy combines, it's master number energy. And the message with all of the master numbers is, don't seek fame, fortune, or selfish endeavors. Those things will naturally magnetize to you because of the master number energy. But if you chase those, and just those, to the detriment of others especially, it will bite you in the arse, or it will work against you. It will just stop you sort of flat in your tracks. It's just the way the universe works. All right, so for the work life, for those of you that are employed, be a team player this month. Like, Life Path 5 people, they're like, you know what, fuck the instructions, just let me get stuck in with my hands and try and see what works and what doesn't. This month you have to work at everybody else's pace. If you can't be a part of the group, you're going to struggle this month, right? It's not just about me, it's about we this month. And this is something that some Life Path 5 people tend to find challenging, because a lot of you're usually the fastest person in the room, right? You think faster than everybody else, you speak faster than everybody else, you process faster than everybody else. And so for that reason, you can tend to be kind of like light years ahead of people. You don't have that luxury this month. You've got to slow it down, all right? When it comes to those of you that are business owners, what is the core value of your business? What do you want your legacy to actually be? When people think about your business, your work, your service, what is it that really emotes you and excites you about what they might say? Forget the money, right? Like I said, that stuff will find you naturally and easily. We all want money, we all need money, we all need to work for money, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is, if you're a business owner, focusing on your core values this month, focusing on what really speaks to the heart of what you want people to think of when they think of your business, that's going to be where you find the important stuff. For those of you that are looking for work, through your networks, through your people, through the people that you know. It could be as well that through any spiritual connection that you have, whether it's a friend, a guru, a mentor, through your friendship networks, all of those things, or through groups, that is where you find work this month. It's through the people that you know and the connections that you have in those group settings. And then if you're retired, this is a month to really dedicate yourself and rededicate yourself to your spiritual path, to your spiritual practices, especially if you're retired. But for all of you in some way, shape or form, this would be a good month to do that. Now, your best steps this month, really live from the heart space, live from the spirit, walk with one foot in the other realm, firmly in the other realm, and 1 foot firmly in this realm. By combining the spiritual and the material this month, you really get ahead. For your warnings, well, I've already given you it. Don't chase the superfluous, don't chase just the material, don't chase just the basal layer of stuff, because it will elude you and then it will burn you out, because you're working twice as hard to get half as much. And nobody wants that, right? So use this energy wisely, and also remember that not everybody's used to seeing this level of commitment from you. So it's important that you don't kind of just shove it in people's faces. For your moons, your full moon and your new moon message, for your new moon in the sign of Libra, you have the gate 34 and power. So this new moon is really trying to highlight to you where you have power and where you don't. And more importantly, I think it's going to give you an opportunity to realize how much power is found when we connect to others, when we rely on others and don't go it alone. And then for your full moon message, you have the gate 13 and listen. So that full moon is really going to show you or ramp up your spiritual connection. In a lot of ways, this is very exciting because I feel like this is going to take whatever spiritual, innate, metaphysical, psychic, other realm gifts are. This month they will be heightened. And if you're not used to this, it can be quite unnerving when it hits. So that full moon, just be really gentle with yourself, all right? With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.